So in the description of my video, Gary and the Xenomorph, I said that if the video reached 10 likes, I would write a fanfiction. As I'm recording, the video has 998 views, 22 likes, and 0 dislikes. That is incredible. And I want to thank the people that watched the video, gave it a like, and left a comment. Even if you watched the video and you didn't even like, subscribe, or the fact that you watched the video is great, and thank you so much for that. So exactly 1 year after I released the video, which is today, I am now going to write a fanfiction. Except there's one problem. I don't know how to write a fanfiction. And also, I don't have anything for the background. You can probably tell because it's black. I was going to have the Alien Isolation gameplay just run in the background, but I've come to realize that I don't have it anymore. And the only gameplay I have right now is my gameplay of Bubsy with the verbosity turned all the way up.
Bobhead in your face! I just love the smell of wool in the morning. Take that, you cotton goblin monster! MC Bubster, the Pounce Master, in the game, yeah! How am I gliding? I have no idea. Strike one!
So this is what you're going to get. So because I can't write at all, I'm not illiterate. I can write, but I can't write. You know what I mean? I asked some people if they would write me a fan fiction, and I have a total of 3. And I'm going to be reading those for you guys. So the first one we're going to read is from the one and only Larry Butts. He's a good friend of mine. Here's what it says. Once upon a time, on a spaceship far, far away, Gary and the Xenomorph lived. The Xenomorph loved Gary so much that he wanted to be with him, and him only. So, he killed everyone else that was originally on the ship. I mean, I guess if you love somebody so much, just kill everybody that they know so that you will be with them. I mean, if that's... I mean, go for it. I mean, if that's how much you love me. Once Gary found out, he put his tissues in his nostrils and blew so hard that the spaceship blew up. What? Larry, okay, hold on. I need to, I gotta, make a phone call to Larry and be like, hey, Larry, what the fuck is your deal? There, Gary was in space alone, in a spacesuit, with nothing to cling on to. He cries in desperation. No, he cries in depression. Is that supposed to say desperation? He cries in depression as he realizes what he has done. Alone in space, with no one to talk to cry to beg to, other than himself. But then, the Xenomorph, who is also in space, saw the despairing Gary. The Xenomorph decides to save Gary and flies over to him. Does he grow a pair of wings and just goes to infinity and beyond? I'm gonna save you, Gary. When gotten to him, he clutches Gary in his arms and says, I'm here to save you and be your number one. Gary realizes his mistake. He realizes the Xenomorph is his and begins to make sweet, sweet bread. Both of them lived happily ever after. You forgot the most important part of a story. The end. Alright, so that one was from Larry. Thank you, Larry, for writing the fanfic. Hi, that means a lot to me. Now, this next one is from an anonymous user, and it reads, Gay. And then the last one I have is anonymous as well, and here it is. I haven't read it either, so this is going to be completely new to me. The Xenomorph had Gary-kun pinned inside the locker he hid in. The creature raised its tail, and as Gary-kun... It's like Gary-kun. Gary-kun, Okay, the creature raised his tail, and as Gary-kun was saying his last prayers, he noticed there was no spike at the end of it, but another familiar shape that he could not quite identify. Only when he felt the end of the tail, suddenly only when he felt the end of the tail enter his suddenly bare ass did he realize what the shape was. Gary Coon and Xenomorph Senpai decimated each other for what felt like a hot, wet week. What the hell? What the hell? Where was I? Nearly to his breaking point, Gary Coon heard an ungodly shriek. No, wait. Gary Coon heard an ungodly shriek. That makes a lot more sense. From behind him, and knew it was time. Let's finish together, he said to his master. A moment later, their coordinated streams crossed each other mid-air and formed a beautiful splat on the wall the locker was no longer screwed into. The next morning, all Gary Coon saw out the locker window was a scuttle of black, and Xenomorph Senpai was gone forever. There you go, never ask me to do that again. So, wow, alright. I kinda liked the part in the first one where I made bread. Sweet bread. That was nice. I mean, I guess we could go Gary Coon could be like my it's like my hentai name or something. Alright, I think I got enough ideas to get one made on my own, so I'm gonna make one quick and then I'll be right back. Okay. Alright. So this took me a little bit to make, but I think it's good, so we'll get started. Gary was all alone, like he had always been. Alone in a spaceship, with no one to call him babe. Gary was sad and alone. Did I mention that Gary was alone and sad? But that all changed in a matter of seconds, when he heard a strange noise coming out of one of the vents. He took out his trusty ukulele and held the skinny end of it like a bat. He tiptoed towards the vent and did his absolute best to not make a sound. But of course he had to burp, so Gary let out a big belch, and immediately he was attacked from behind. The attacker was too strong for Gary, and Gary could not break free. The attacker flipped Gary around so that he could see Gary's face. Gary could finally see who attacked him, and it turned out to be a xenomorph. The xenomorph stared directly into Gary's eyes, and Gary stared at what may be its eyes. Honestly, no one has any idea. Without any warning, the xenomorph pulled out its mighty tail, which turned out to be a...
Hey, stop! Why? I just don't get it. I always catch you fuckers watching this sick shit.
Okay, I guess I can fix a few things. Let me just there you go. Without any warning, the xenomorph pulled out its mighty tail, which turned out to be a swing that Gary could swing on when he was bored. The two of them read books together, ran around the ship together, made out a little bit, but the two of them were very happy, and Gary never felt alone ever again. Anyway, so you guys have been asking for this, and I know I've been holding it off for a while, but I thought it'd be kind of cool, like a 1-year anniversary of that video, because it's pretty much one of my most proud videos, and I love it to death. It's one of those that has a special place on the channel for me personally, and it's one that I've gotten a lot of good feedback from. So more content will be out in the future. I'm currently in the process of moving into an apartment soon. So it's going to be a little bit crazy, but I feel like once I move in and I can get a schedule going, I can for sure start getting out more content. So it's going to be kind of like this for a while, and then eventually I want to start making YouTube part of my daily life, or at least like once a week. If you guys want to see more content in the future, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and then there's a little bell that goes ding when you hit subscribe, and you'll never miss a video. So thank you guys again so much for watching this, and if you haven't checked out the original video, I'd recommend doing that, because, again, it's one of my better videos, and it's one I'm really proud of. So, again, thank you for listening to me reading these fanfictions, and if you want these fanfictions, I'll have them copy and pasted in the description down below, so that you guys can read them to your family. Thank you for watching.